Oh, my mic wasn't on, was it? Right. Hi guys again. Once again I've been talking to you and you haven't even been hearing me. Oh dear. It's because what happened a second ago, I ran over my mic and it must have turned it off. Or the switch must have been turned on, so... But hello, I'm still here. Right, I'll do that again. Basically what I'm doing, I'm just going to be redrawing one or two of these tonight. These are fan arts from like 8 to 10 years ago. And I'm choosing this one, and I think I did this in 2008. Because I think that was when I was into One Piece at some point, and then just gave up on it. Well, let's get on with this, shall we? Well, I've flipped it here so I can sort of see what I've done wrong. In all fairness, this ain't a bad attempt by past me. Ah, that's good, Garth. I was also saying, you pointed out that I've got 800 more subscribers to go, but what I was saying is that, yeah, it might be 800 at the moment, but probably after this stream it will go down, go up again to like 900, because I usually lose subscribers every time I do live streams. It's just how it is. I mean, I don't blame them for unsubscribing when they see these. Oh, is it on the same layer? What a pleb. Right. Once again, I mean, I want to try and do the same angle and everything for these. Only try and do it better. Let's see if we can do better. I mean, I haven't drawn Fun Punch Man in ages. Yeah, as I was saying when I had my mic off, like an idiot, I was saying past me didn't do too bad with this. I mean, the perspective's not too bad, I guess. I'm guessing I'm going for like a 1-point perspective here. I can tell that much. But maybe the pose is a bit stilted in places. Just so you know, that's meant to be intentional. That's his superpower. That's not me being really bad at perspective. For those who don't know. Yeah, that excuse will work. Again, I don't want to spend ages on these drawings tonight. It'll probably be another 1.5 hour stream. Well, that leg is awful. Let's do that again, shall we? Like, the length was completely off. This might be a bit better. I'm just sort of scribbling for now. I might exaggerate that a bit. Power of forced perspective, yeah. By the way, Sappy, I've sent you a PM on Patreon. Don't know if you've read it yet. Unless you could just tell me here what character you want drawn. To be honest, I'm preferring this one so far. I think I'm rushing this a little bit. But that's why I'm not refining things yet, I guess. That'll be my excuse. Of course, my other plan for tonight's stream was to profit from Stan Lee's death like everybody else is doing on YouTube right now, but I thought, nah, I'm above that. Don't know if anybody else has noticed that since he's died, but I'm getting bloody videos recommended by him, and they've all got ad revenue playing. I find that quite disrespectful and quite disgusting, to be honest. Just my opinion though. But hey, modern YouTube, I love it. Any good raster? I'm not entirely sure what raster is. Is it like vectoring? I mean, the only program I know that has raster layers is Photoshop. Yeah, man. Should probably move this in a bit close. Oops. So I don't have to be bloody. Yeah, that's probably true, but I just mean like that sort of thing pisses me off with just YouTube in particular. People use a celebrity's recent death as an excuse to make a video and make money off it, which is something I actually hate. One of the many reasons why I hate modern YouTube, it's not just how it's ran, it's the content people produce now. I'm getting so fed up as well with you know, those kind of videos everyone's had them recommended to you where it's like this particular franchise isn't as good as you remember, or why something is not as good as you think. It's like there's always the videos with like the hows and whys in them. It reminds me of like newspapers, which isn't a good thing, and I hate it. Sorry for that little rant. That's kind of how I felt, Husky. He's like, he was 95, but like you said, it feels like he's like one of those people who would live forever. I mean, I don't feel so sad because he lived till 95. That's not bad, is it? Apparently, he wasn't in a very good way anyway after his wife passed away. Which is kind of sad. But rather than talk about that, I should have made a video of it and put ad revenue on it. That's what I should have done. Everybody else is bloody doing it. Thank you, Decimal, for the tip once again. Hope you're doing well, by the way. Just so people know, like, here, this is sort of in my own style, as you can tell. My old style. Let's not make him cross-eyed, though. This drawing's not going great at the moment, is it? Also, in One Piece's style, they have like lanky limbs, don't they? As I used to call it, One Piece syndrome. Right, the forearm will be a bit shorter looking because, you know, there's a bit of foreshadowing going on here. I might make his hand a bit bigger as well because they have big hands too. Also, this shoulder needs to be a bit higher up as well. Hopefully this will look a bit better later. Got to think how the hat's wrapping around his head. In other words, draw what you can't see as well. Because hats can be quite difficult to do for me. Now I've made his hat, but I know his hat's quite, well, at least in the modern style. The hat seems to have gotten bigger. Hello Candlelight, thanks for joining again. I'm alright, thanks though. I'd say that hat's sat a bit too far on top of his head though. Might lower that a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit better. If it seems like I'm rushing this a little bit, I am sort of doing that because I want to do 2 of these tonight and I aim for an hour and a half stream. So don't expect the best drawing. Just hopefully it's competent. Also, I'm not sure about this leg, and I think I might have him leaning a bit more. So all that work from a minute ago was pointless. But you know my method of madness by now. Whoa, what the hell is that? What's that meant to be? I mean, I think that was meant to be a leg. Save it as, I don't know, Ruby. I think his midriff is a bit too long in length. Also, his head's too big, isn't it? Didn't I say I was going to correct this earlier? I didn't. That's better. Reading what exactly? Pizza. Oh, you mean One Piece? I'm assuming. Yeah, I remember those days. And then I lost interest. I wasn't reading. No, I wasn't reading the manga. I was reading the. Reading? I was watching the anime. The story that never ends. The bus that couldn't slow down. I'm going to try drawing the souls this time. Because I think I make the foot... I easily make my feet look flat. I mean, that still looks weird. I'm bad at drawing feet. But we're going to refine it one more time. Right, I'm just going to get a legit reference up quick. Just in case I get anything wrong. Oh, it's all modern Luffy. Where's the old one? I was actually right, it actually has gotten miles bigger as the story's gone on. That's quite funny. Mind you, all round things seem to have gotten bigger in One Piece. Nobody's died yet, Jack. Well, besides Stanley, but that's not my fault. Thanks for joining though, once again. This is all I've done so far though. I gotta be careful here actually, because Luffy's sort of happy-go-lucky a little bit, isn't he? Apart from when he gets angry at the main boss. Main boss? The main villain. And then he punches him. Rinse and repeat, probably. Right, I'm just going back to Google. I think what I might do. Sort of make it into the follow the style a little bit more. I think that's what I need to do here. Just a tiny bit though. I don't really want to be copying it too much. Right, his hair's relatively simple, isn't it? Which is nice. It's just sort of like that, isn't it? What's the parting like though? Wait, completely forgot about his hat, didn't I? Do I have to draw the legs? I don't think I'll bother. It really is. Unless it decides to end. Yeah, that's the problem I had, Husky, when I was watching it. Like, the pacing is so bad. in places. I don't know if they've improved it now, but I remember, oh, which arc was it? That's where I started getting really started losing interest. I think it was the Sky Pier arc. I think that was what it was called. That went on for ages, and not much happened. The climax was crap as well, in my opinion, obviously. Like I said, it's a story that will never end. Will they ever find Mr. One Piece? Can't remember, does he have that scar? No, he gets it later, doesn't he? Yeah. Have I started slagging off anime again? I think I have. I seem to do this a lot on streams now. It's only because I wish it was better, that's why. Hello DC, thanks for joining. Hope you're doing well. I hope this is going alright. Let me know otherwise though. I mean, this bit here is looking pretty bad. I mean, I'm a little bit out of practice here with this kind of perspective drawing. Don't necessarily have to use it when I'm working on my comic these days. And I really should try and practice perspectives a bit more. Yeah, I get in that regard. I rate Cowboy Bebop better than any shonen I've watched. Yeah, that's the thing. If you have a smaller story, there's less things to go wrong. Again, going back to unless you're Samurai Jack, where you do it completely wrong, but that's just me. By making it too... Actually no, they made it too complicated in the end. That's what ruined it. Sorry, I meant ongoing shonen. In particular, because it seems like those ones fall into the traps of making their stories needlessly complicated and then dragging them on. Mind you, in all fairness, from what I've learned about people who work at Shonen Jump and that, sometimes they're contractually obliged to drag out their story if it's really popular, but still. It still annoys me. But still goes back to my point, like, if you keep the story relatively simple, there's less things to go wrong, isn't there? That's where Naruto failed in the end. Also, I'm not drawing the leg, the foot, sorry. But that's our little secret. His hand's still a bit too small. For Luffy, that is. He's got quite big hands. He must be hung like a horse. This is probably a bit too exaggerated, this perspective. But I hope it gives the illusion that, you know, there's 1 point perspective going on here. Hopefully. I wouldn't say it's a massive improvement though, is it? Yeah, I was about to say, anime is like, there's, in my opinion, there's about 10% anime that's, from what I've experienced at least, is actually any good. I mean, it's quite presumptuous as well to assume that there's only like 10% good stuff out there. But that's most likely the case. But of course it's all subjective. Let's make that clear, it's subjective and that this is just my silly opinion. Right, let's clean up Luffy here. I don't want to spend forever doing this. That'll do for this. Time to clean him up. Best anime for me, can't really say, to be honest. My taste has changed too much as well. Also, I like the anime I do like. I like them for different reasons, so I can't really rank one on top of the other. If that makes sense. And also, all the anime I do like, they all have flaws in them. Like Cowboy Bebop, I would rate up there. out of like the 5 anime I would like rewatch at least. But it still has its problems. Like there's a couple episodes that are really boring. Like the one about the thing that comes out the fridge. Like it's so boring. Yeah, I can't say which is the best anime because I can't. I like all the anime I do like. I like for different reasons. That's why I watch them. Yeah, I liked One Punch Man. It's about the only recent anime I did enjoy, and the last one I probably watched actually. Oh wait, no, tell a lie. I was watching Attack on Titan, but I've lost interest in that as well because of where the story's gone. What anime would you say has the best animation? In my opinion, Samurai Champloo. That's why I rate that anime, because of the... I just love the animation. That's so good. It's partly the reason why I wanted to become an animator. That show is partly responsible for that. Again, I rate the anime, but it's got its flaws. For example, it's got far too much plot armor. Even though I think Mugen is a badass, as you can tell, I was a fan of the show. He is just the embodiment of plot armor, which is a shame, because that really like puts the show down. Again, there's a couple of episodes that aren't very good in that show, even though I really liked it. Rock Lee is best Naruto. I can agree with that. I preach that. The only character in that show that wasn't inherited anything, he actually worked his ass off for it. But hey, we'll just use him as a side character for the lols. In all fairness, I did bring up anime a lot, Jack, but half the time I end up slagging it off. The reason I criticise it so much is that it has the potential to be better, but it chooses not to half the time. But that's only because how the business works. Of course, this is just from what I've experienced though, like there probably are a lot more better anime out there. Alright, see you later, DC. Thanks for popping in. Again, I've said this before, I wish I was one of those people who could just embrace things for what they are, but I don't anymore. Like I used to. But you know, to each their own. This is just my opinion at the end of the day. Also, this eye is awful. I mean, at least the face looks better here, but I'm not sure about the rest, to be honest. Also, how long have we been? We've almost been an hour already. Depending on how far we get with this might be just the one picture tonight. I do want to add shading and whatnot. But you know, I'll probably do this again next time. Western animation has gotten lazy as anime. Eh? Not sure what you mean by that, Jack. Do you mean because it's been inspired by anime? I'd say, personally, Western animation's gotten better over the years compared to anime. Like, for me, anime, yes, the animation's gotten a lot better over recent years. But I don't know, it's hard to pinpoint. I think my biggest problem with anime now, I find it hard to get invested into characters, but I can't really pinpoint why. That's my biggest gripe. It's like, for example, Attack on Titan. Really good premise, but the characters are so boring, so it's hard to like keep interested, you know. That's like a prime example. Uh, let's see how this looks. This is probably going to look terrible. Luckily, because it's in the background and in the distance, I don't have to worry too much about detail here. There's beauty about this. His wrist is god awful. Oh, whatever. That'll do. Well, I guess I'll colour him. Not that pleased with this drawing in, to be honest. I used to like Mikasa as well, but I noticed, like, as a story, because I read the manga as well up to a certain point until the story I just lost interest in the story. But she sort of turned into a character that doesn't really do or say much, apart from when she fights. I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the story she was a bit more than she was actually more talkative in that. Again, I might be wrong there. Right, I'm gonna grab a pic on Google quick. That'll do. Just so I can get the colours in quickly, rather than figuring them out. I've done the buttons on the wrong side. I knew I would. Oh well. It's my take on it. Let's drop these in. Oh, the roll-ups on his leg are actually meant to be sort of ripped. Oh well. See, Code Geass is quite a good show. I managed to watch that till the end. But if it was like... It was like, what, 50 episodes? Which is just... That's just about the right amount of episodes you need, really. I haven't watched Death Note. Mind you, I've heard they're bringing back Code Geass. Speaking of which I don't really know why. I mean, it's been a few years since I watched it, but I don't feel like it needs to carry on. I think it's only a movie, but still. Just thought I'd mention that. Well, let's add a bit of shadow here. Again, I'm not doing any extravagant shadow here. Just enough so it doesn't look too flat. I think after this one though, I probably won't be drawing any more anime. I think I might draw Omi next, because it'll be relatively quick, because we're almost at the hour mark already. I can't believe this is taking so long to do. And yet it still hasn't come out that great, to be honest. Is the line... my memory's bad, Jack. How long ago was... Oh wait, no, it was recent, wasn't it? That's just me reusing jokes. Did I use it before? Maybe I did. If so, that's something to fix when I relaunch Webtoon. Thanks for mentioning that. I probably have used that joke twice. Based on how fast I think they should go, one after another. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but whatever you do, if you're animating, you're meant to do keyframes first, then you decide how many in-betweens you'll get in. You've got to try and figure that out yourself though, if that's what you're trying to say. But that's what keyframing's for basically, it's to help you figure it out. Also, you can do timesheets as well for that thing, sort of thing. But I can't be asked to go and explain what that's about. Oh right, okay. See, I'm not going to remember anything from that animation, Jack, because I hate it. let's drop this in, shall we? Let's see how bad or good this looks. Excuse me. Glad you guys like it. I don't. Like I said before, partly the reason I hate it is because I did the voices for it. And they were, they were sort of meant to be deliberately bad. But I just don't like hearing myself talk. Or attempt to do the Malaysian dub. Which is what I was trying to do. That's what it was basically a parody of. But I think it went over a lot of people's heads, apparently. I'm just going to soften some of these. A little bit here. That'll do for that. Not really feeling it, to be honest. Can't rewatch the Jack animation. You what? It's one of the few animations I'm sort of pleased with. It was commissioned though. Right, I'm going to draw Omi. I know I'm being a bit lazy here, but this might be relatively quick. I'm done with Luffy. Oh, this is from 2010. Okay. I didn't see that. I thought this was from 09. Oh well, it's still 8 years ago. Right, let's flip and see what I've done wrong here. The head's looking alright. So I think I was trying to do it in the show style, but I must have gave up halfway through. Now from what I remember, he doesn't have a perfectly round head. Sort of egg-shaped. Here I've just made it completely round. It was blocked in your country. That shouldn't be. I would explain why I haven't got any views on it. It's probably been copyrighted by the copyright holder who owns the song, which is weird, but that's probably automated. To be honest, I just haven't checked if that's what's happened. Goes to show I care about my animations getting exposure, don't I now? I'm actually going to draw the body of Obi here. Obviously this is a well, not a body, the the shape underneath the clothes, I guess, because just the general shapes. I mean, I can't really do this in my style. I don't really. I can at least fix some of the anatomy here, hopefully. That's one way to spell me. Sorry that it's blocked, guys, if it is. I just haven't checked. I mean, well, I'm going to have a look now. Bear me a couple. Just bear with. I'm going to have a look, see if it's been blocked. So that sounds like it's been blocked by a copyright claim or something. I mean, these sort of things happen because I don't own the rights to the song, obviously, even though I have permission to use it, obviously, because it was a commission. Yes, you are correct. Blocked in some countries. By Turner EST. That's probably not even the right person. I'll have to talk to the I'll have to try and contact the guy who commissioned me again. I mean, it's not much of a plug, is it, to his music if it's been blocked? Once again, YouTube's copyright system put on display there. I bet that's not even the right person who's claimed copyright. I bet it's just some random company who's trying to make money off it. I mean, good luck to that. It hasn't like got any views. It hasn't had views in months. Maybe a couple of hundred, but that's not going to earn you anything. Maybe like 2 cents. What's Martin Freeman doing in the animation? That was an inside joke. I can't be asked to elaborate. I mean, it doesn't bother me if someone else has claimed it. Like I said, you can tell my passion for online animations kind of died now. But I feel sorry for the guy if it's actually not him claiming it. Well, their company claiming it. I feel sorry for the guy who commissioned me, because then all that work's just gone to nothing. If it's blocking people from seeing it. Just goes to show how crap the frigging copyright system is, if that is the case. In all fairness to past me here, I actually did an alright job with the hands here. I mean, I actually got like the shapes right. I considered like stuff you can't see. In fact, I'm doing a worse job now than I was then. think that's what I did wrong before, like his leg, why is it over here? Let's try that again, shall we? What you always say his thighs like there. Won't be seeing it, probably, well most of it, but it helps to draw it. Then got to draw his foot again. Something, I think it looks like that. I could be wrong. Don't know if any of you watched the Shaolin Showdown back in the day. Right, let's refine this. And hopefully we'll hit the 1.5 hour mark. Also, I think his eyes were a bit closer together than how I've drawn it. Done the teeth wrong here, or the mouth wrong as well. I haven't considered the angle of his head. His head's maybe like looking down here, I'm assuming a little bit. So hopefully we can try and rectify that. Also, I need to move his head forward a little bit. It's a bit better. Again, this isn't going to be like my Luffy picture. This ain't going to be perfect, but hopefully good enough. Now to add the robes. I'll add these curls in. I mean, it is part of the show style. I'm gonna get another. Ooh, I'm gonna get a reference up quick. Okay. I got his pants completely wrong, and also his legs are too long. Needs to be like here, apparently. Let's do that again, shall we? Something a bit like that. I used to love this show back in the day. Back in the day. No, I haven't seen We Care Bears. I know of it though. I've said this many times on stream. The reason I don't watch many of these shows is because I don't have time for it. Another reason why I don't watch anime these days is just that I just don't have the time to watch it. Yeah, the latter does take up a lot of my time, that's for sure. Mind you, commissions have been quite sparse recently, but I think this webtoon job has come at a pretty good time, to be honest. Yeah, that's the thing. Going back to this, I think the reason it was a surprise, Jack, is because it sort of didn't make sense that he was picked as the leader. Like, it's been a while. Obviously, it's been a while since I've watched it, but even when I watched it, and I was like, that doesn't make much sense. But I was a stupid kid. Maybe there's something I missed at the time. I haven't watched it again since, obviously. Oh yeah, I haven't drawn his domino effect. No, I haven't drawn the didn't kill these up either. Once again, I think, apart from the legs, this one's not too bad. Goes to show I haven't improved that much over the years. I don't know, Jack, I can't really say much on the matter. It's been such a long time since I've seen that show. But at the time I was a bit confused by the decision. Which I didn't necessarily watch Shouting Showdown for the plot. Just for the funsies. Also, this arm is far too long. In fact, it's still too long. In relation to where his hips are, that makes no sense having them that long. And also, as this one's sort of in the foreground, no, foreshadowing, a little bit of foreshadowing is going on, that needs to be short as well. I guess I'll clean this up and then I'll call that done for tonight. Basically the same as Saturday. But it's a mild improvement. I'll grab the G pen for this one. Use thick lines as well. can't really say, Jack, because one, you get access. Requests are done through a contest I hold. Every month. I do a couple a month, at least. Depending on my income, obviously, it fluctuates. And when they do occur, it's random. It could be any time of the day, any time of the week. Usually not near the end of the month, I can say that much. I hope that sort of helps. I almost shut down my computer again. And why have I got that colour? Actually, I probably should have bumped up the resolution here. Because the problem with the reason it has to be a contest, Jack, is because when I started doing requests on Patreon, I was getting loads of people donating to my Patreon and demanding a request. But the problem is, the amount of money I make on Patreon doesn't make up for the amount of requests I had to do. So I had to do like a first come first served basis. That's why it's going to be contests at the moment, basically. Yeah, these lines are a bit too thick, aren't they? I mean, I know the show had like thick outlines, but I've gone a bit too mad here. I forgot to bump the resolution up, didn't I? Makes cleaning up easier though, we'll say that. Actually, speaking of which, I'll be working on requests next stream. I might have another go at doing the Final Fantasy request that I've been given. I've stopped that because it was going so badly on the last stream. It's a good thing my signal did die that time. Yeah, that's my childhood right there, thick cartoon lines. That's the thing, people slag off like the CalArts thing, like saying this is the only time like cartoons have done like a trend, but you have to look back on like 90s cartoons, like the thick outline thing was everywhere from what I remember. There's a few shows who did something different, like Ed, Edd n Eddy and that. But if you go on like something Cartoon Network, most of the shows had like that thick outline aesthetic. So it's not like it's the first time cartoons have, you know, followed a trend. Even though the internet begs to differ. It's almost like they don't do their research. I'm going to make this mouth a bit thinner. Luckily with the G pen that's very easy, because all you have to do is just push down less. I guess I'll colour this as well quickly. Oops. Also my voice is going again a little bit, so it's a good time to stop the stream soon. Right, that's Mio done. Just gonna... Actually, I'll keep those lines. Keep that layer, sorry. Just gonna colour him quick and then we'll be done. Copy image. Yeah, the line work is a bit too thick here compared to the references. Oh wait, I just realised Omi doesn't have those marks on his head. Only when he's activated his whatever you call it, his inner Krillin, I guess. Why is that not filling in? Oh, I know why, I'm being a pleb. That's in the way. There we go. Actually, I'll put that underneath. That would work better. So this is what he's meant to look like. See here, his head is perfectly round, but I remember from the side it's slightly egg-shaped. Hi Lotso. Though soon it'll be goodbye, because after this I'm going to be done for tonight. Sorry about that. I don't need to fill in the white. It's a white backdrop. Derp. What's the colour of his tongue? It's like a very light pink, apparently. Luckily, his colour scheme is relatively simple. Sometimes the fewer colours the better, in my opinion. Okay, one more thing, I'll add a bit more shading. Screw it, that'll take a couple of seconds. For such a small boy. And of course he's kind of cartoony, so it makes life easier for me. Unless it's Samurai Jack, then that's a different story. Turns out he was actually more difficult to draw than he looked. But yeah, I have to try and... I need to remember to... oh, for the black I'm going to use pure black for that. You can't have purple on black, it doesn't really work. Actually, I'll leave it on that side. I'm not going to soften it either. I think it looks better as a... Right. That'll do for tonight, folks. Not the greatest stream, in all fairness, but I appreciate you sticking by. Hopefully it'll be a bit better next time. Thanks, Jack. Yeah, I was going to draw the 6 dots on his head, but apparently there he doesn't have it. It's only when he's activated his Shengon Wu, whatever it is. Oh, okay, for you, but McFarts, I will add the dots. This will take like half a second anyway. Do a new layer for this. I'll grab the turnip pen so I get consistent. I mean, I think that's what they are. I think it is like, you know. I don't think it's right though, is it? The ones I've done. Right, copy that. Might as well add some Gaussian blur. You probably can't see that though. That's the only problem about that. But if I copy the layer a couple of times, you still can't see it. It's like a bit of light there. Sheening. Right, that will do for tonight now, guys. Little Omi boy. I wish I made that a bit bigger though. And Roofy boy. Let's get the better pictures out of the way. So yeah. 09 me modern. At least the colours are better, but that's because I dropped it. I won't do requests though, I will say that. That is for Patreon only. But yeah, I might do more of these next stream, we'll see. I'll probably do some more DYG stuff in all honesty. So yeah. Thanks all of you for joining. We're over the hour and a half mark now, so I'm going to bugger off. Thanks Decibel for the tip. And I'll see you guys Thursday, hopefully. See you later, guys. Have a good morning, evening, and night. Later, guys.